Tom in Tavares to kick things off.
Good morning, Tom in Tavares. How we doing, buddy?
Hi, Tom.
Yeah, guys. I'm over 70, and I'm retired. I don't have any active income, so I'm living on my investments, and I'm okay. I have about $900,000 in a taxable account, and I've got about $300 in a traditional IRA. I just moved $60,000 to a Roth, and my question is, I'd like to move all of my traditional IRA to a Roth because I see taxes going nowhere but up, and I don't want to be killed on those distributions as I'm living on the retirement payout of that retirement fund. So I was wondering, is there a best way to do that each year so I don't get hit with unusual taxes? My tax bracket is about 14% now, and
well, that's what's called. Wait, you're not. There is no 14% tax bracket. What that probably is your effective rate, which means that you're paying 14% across the board on all of your income. So chances are you may be in the 20. Yeah. So chances are you married?
Yeah.
You're married. Okay. Chances are you may be in the 22% tax bracket.
Well, effectively, TurboTax says this is what my end tax rate was, and that's 14%. But you're saying now that any investments or capital gains I get are going to be taxed at the top marginal rate of like 22.
Well, that's capital gains are different. But if your taxable income is over $81,000, you're going to be in the 22% tax bracket.
See, the problem that you have, Tom, is working under current tax law, which everything that we've been hearing since January that's been proposed is going to change, and it's not going to change in a favorable manner. So what you're going to have to decide is how much you want to move this year under current tax laws and just bite the bullet and pay the taxes on it versus what potentially could be. If you want to have a glimpse at what the taxes may be, look at the tax brackets and the percentages when Obama was president, because that's sort of what they're looking at going back to. That's what was proposed in January.
Now you're using TurboTax, you said?
Okay.
Tom? You're using
Turbo, and our combined income for joint return is about $75,000. And that includes capital gains and income and debt dividends and all that.
Okay. Well, then all right, and that's before your standard deduction?
Right.
Okay. So then you've got a little bit of
No, that's
your taxable income is $75,000?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the net. So
yeah, so you're right up against it there. So you can absorb maybe $5,000 or $6,000 in the 12% tax bracket before you bump up in the 22% tax bracket, and you sure as heck don't want to pay taxes at 22% rate to take it out of your IRA today, with the idea of putting in a Roth and getting it tax-free in the future. That's a killer. You wouldn't want to lose 22% of your money, would you?
Well, no, and I already moved $60,000 over this year to the Roth.
Ooh.
Is there a maximum amount that I can move over?
No, you can move it all, but the government...
Yeah, the government will be happy if you want to pay taxes on every single bit of it, Tom. Here's something else to think about. Under current law, you don't have to actually withdraw from your IRA for 2 more years. So we have no idea what the tax laws are going to be in 2 years. And then, depending on who's president after that, the tax laws may revert back to where they are now. It's the biggest crapshoot out there right now as far as what's happening with tax law. But
I understand that, but I also have an issue of I'm thinking of doing some charitable gift annuities, and to offset my taxable income, take a deduction.
Well, that's different.
And do some charitable giving.
That's different.
And that might lower my tax bracket.
Yes,
that will.
And you can gift directly from your IRA account to a charity.
And so do you think it's advisable to kind of beef up all my charitable giving this year as I do it to offset taxes I pay on a Roth conversion?
Yes.
Most definitely.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
And if you have TurboTax, do a what-if scenario. Plug in the numbers that you plan on giving away, plan on taking out of your IRA, and see what happens to your taxes. That'll tell you.
Okay. That's a great idea. I'll do that.
Well, that's why we're here.
Thank you.
Thanks for calling,
All
Tom.
right, Tom. Thank you. Have a great day.